Coach, we were kind of joking about this the other day, but it seems like every time your leading scorer is missing when you come back the next year. But this will be one of those exceptions, and I guess that's got to give you at least one reason for optimism.
Well, it does. It's been that's been one of the challenges since I've been here is losing it, our leading scorer every year and kind of having to retool a little bit our offense in terms of what we're going to do, who we're going to go to. It just gives you some another thing to worry about really as a coach. And then it's strange that it's my 6th year and it's taken this long, but it's just the way it is. And I mean, in some ways that's going to happen. You're going to have older players that lead you in scoring. We've had that. Certainly the KJ's absence is one of the things that hurt us a little bit this year. But I'm really proud of Jerron. He probably had an even better year than I thought. I thought he would make a nice jump. I knew this was his first off season with us last spring and summer. I knew he was highly motivated, healthy for the first time. But for him to go from averaging 5 points a game to 13 and 4 or 5 rebounds to 8, I mean, those are pretty good numbers in the ACC, 13 and 8. And, it'll be hard for him to make a big jump again to follow that, but he'll certainly work hard to do that. And I'm just happy that he's been rewarded for all his hard work with a really good season. I thought he had a very productive sophomore year. And certainly I'm excited to have him for 2 more years. And he'll be, again, a big part of the centerpiece of what we try to do offensively.
Who do you target early on or challenge to take over point guard for Rod Hall?
Well, Avery Holmes will be a guy that's going to have, as good opportunity as anyone. We'll look at Ty Hudson and Jordan Roper as well and give those guys some looks. But Avery, was brought in here with the idea that that's what would happen, that he would transition into the point guard. And he and Rod have had some good battles this year in practice. I think there are some differences in them. I think Avery is, more inclined to score and a better shooter. He's a tough guy as well. Much like Rod, he's probably not quite as steady. There's going to be some up and down every once in a while with him that he's going to have to learn how to play through, and I'm going to have to learn how to coach him through some of that. But he'll be really excited. I think that's one thing that you get when guys sit out a year, whether it's Jerron because of an injury or, as a freshman, or Avery as a transfer, is you get guys that, are excited to get back out on the court and compete. And, one of the reasons Avery came to ACC came to Clemson was to play in ACC. I mean, he wants to play against the best players. And, I joke with him sometimes and tell him, well, you're going to get the opportunity, buddy. Like, be ready for it, because it's going to be a challenge. Like, these guys you're going against are really good players. And, you're going to play against pros. And you need to be able to compete at a high level. And, but he's excited by that. So certainly he'll have a great chance to play a bunch of minutes for us at that position. And we hope that he'll make a very good transition and smooth transition into the point guard position.
How important is the next couple of months as you end this semester for the development of next year's team?
It is a little bit. Certainly our guys are on spring break this week, and it's probably good that they got a chance to get a break and get away and catch their breath. Our guys don't get many breaks, to be honest with you. That's one of the difficulties of being a two semester sport is Thanksgiving we always are playing and practicing and spending it together, and then we get a couple days for Christmas, and that's about it. Guys are basically when they get to school here, they're on the go the whole time, and it's one of the difficult things about being a basketball player. And so they'll get this week to kind of lick their wounds, regroup, and then we'll meet right away on Monday as a team and start into individual work. And we've already looked at it. I think we're going to get 3 or 4 good weeks of work with our guys, and I think that can begin to set a tone for expectations and habits for the summer.
You think Holmes and Hudson's skill set will successfully address the speed issue that you guys have?
Well, I think they're, Ty's not super fast now. I mean, he's, I do think Avery's a little bit faster, than Rod, and I think that'll help us play a little faster at times. I think there's a misnomer, and I talked about this on Roy's show the other day, just, I think if you go back and watch more film of our team, you would see that we actually shoot a lot quicker, especially on missed baskets, than most people realize. Especially early in games, first half of most games, I'm constantly encouraging my guys to go make a play. We get a miss, which hopefully is 6 times out of 10 at least, that I want them to go score. I want them to go play as fast as they can play. Now, sometimes it's the players that slow things down. And, you know, that's one of the things with playing with Rod for the last few years. He's not as fast, and so it probably helped or hurt us a little bit from getting a few easier baskets occasionally. You know, and I think that could change a little bit. I don't think everything's gonna be drastically different, but I do think that we will continue to push, look to shoot early if we can find a good shot, move it. And again, I think we take a lot more quicker shots than people realize. There's many a game where we shoot in the first, 2 to 3 possessions, especially off misses and even off a few makes sometimes. Unfortunately, we don't make enough.